Hi, my name is Paula. I'm going to be walking you through some exercises and stretches today, which are important really for any activity that you do, and riding is no different. So these stretches you'll want to do before and after you ride to keep your muscles warm and to keep you soft and supple in the saddle. Something we want to focus on today is not feeling pain while you're stretching. So if you are in a stretch and you start to feel pain, you need to try and back off because that's not our goal. We don't want to feel pain, we want to just stretch it out nice and easy. Second of all, we don't want to be bouncing in our stretch because that really doesn't accomplish anything. And lastly, we want to be holding each stretch for 10 to 15 seconds. In horseback riding, the most important thing to focus on are flexibility and strength in your hips, your core, and your back. So those are the exercises that we'll be focusing on today. The first thing we're going to look at today are our hips. So to access those, we're going to be working on our hamstrings, glutes, and hip flexors. So let's start with our hamstrings. The first thing we're going to do is try and touch our toes. And if you can't quite touch your toes, don't worry because we're horseback riders, not gymnasts. So we'll do the best we can. So to go down, you want to put your hands on your hips to support your lower back. And then just ease forward all the way down until you can't go any further. And then just put your hands gently on the floor. You can drop your head to feel extra stretch in your hamstrings, and then you can even cycle out each foot by lifting each heel off the ground alternately. If you can't quite reach the ground, don't worry about it. Today maybe you'll touch your ankles, maybe you'll touch your shins, or maybe just your knees. It's just wherever you feel the stretch in your hamstring, go to that point, and if it's painful, you don't go any further, maybe even just back off a little bit. So then once you're fully in the stretch, just hold it for 10 to 15 seconds until you really feel some release in your hamstrings. When you want to come up, again, just your hands on your hips to support your back, and then slowly come up to standing. The next thing we're going to focus on is stretching out hip flexors and again, a stretch on your hamstrings. So the first thing you want to do is stand at the back of your yoga mat. Put your hands on your hips and take a big step forward. So you're going to go into your lunge and lower your back knee. If your front knee is sort of creeping over your front toes, just shimmy your toes forward a little bit. Or maybe even bring your back foot back. In this position, you should be feeling a stretch in your left hip flexor. If you don't feel a stretch or you want to go deeper, you can put your hands on the ground and walk them slowly forward. At this point, you should be feeling a very strong stretch in your back hip flexor. But if not, if that's too painful for you today, just walk your hands back and just stay with your hands on your hips and just stay with the stretch here for 10 to 15 seconds. Now you can sit back, put your hands down, and just sit right back on your back leg. In this position, you might already be feeling it in your right hamstring. If you are, just stay here. Maybe you even need to come all the way back or have a slight bend in your right knee. If not, if you're looking for a deeper stretch, just slowly walk your hands forward and then maybe even lower your head down. To come out of it, after your 10 to 15 seconds, just walk slowly back and then walk forward on your front foot and just step that back foot forward and come up supporting your lower back. Now you can do the exact same thing on the other side. So to stretch our calves, we're going to stand next to a wall about a foot away. And then the calf you'd like to stretch, just step forward with that foot and just put it gently against the wall. Then you're going to lean gently forward to stretch your calf out all the way up along the length of the whole muscle. And it's also going to stretch out your Achilles tendon. This is going to help you keep your heels down while you're riding. Once you're done this side, just repeat on the other side. Now we're going to focus on stretching our glutes and opening our hips. So to do that, we're going to do a standard posture called thread the needle. So you need to bring your knees up, just bent slightly like so, and then gently lay back. And then you're going to simultaneously pick your right leg up and turn it outwards, and then put your right ankle on your left knee. Once you've done this, you'll just stick your right hand through the hole you've created with your legs, and then grab behind your hamstring, keeping your right elbow on the inside of your right thigh. Then you just gently pull back for your 10 to 15 seconds of stretching. If this is too easy and you don't feel a stretch yet, you can put your hands over your shin and continue to pull back. Once you've done this, just repeat on the other side. Now we're going to do a gentle twist to stretch out our backs and stretch our glutes. So you're going to bring your left foot over your right leg and just make sure that your left ankle is at your right knee. Then you're going to put your right hand in the air and just put your right elbow at your left knee. To support your back, put your left hand at the base of your spine. And now gently look over your shoulder, just to the point before you feel pain. Again, we're just going for a gentle stretch here. Once you're finished, you can do the same thing on the other side. Now we're going to do a pose called butterfly. So to do this, you're going to take both feet and put the soles of your feet together like this, and then just let your knees fall open as close to the ground as they can get. So you should feel a stretch in your inner thighs here, and it's a great hip opener as well. So this is going to make you much more soft and supple in the saddle. Taking the time to invest in yourself as an athlete is just as important as the time you take to invest in your horse as an athlete. Doing these exercises regularly will really help you stay limber and improve your posture, which is ultimately going to improve your riding. Thank you for watching.